Hey guys, so today is July 2nd. A few hours ago, YouTube released a policy update, and a few people in my Discord have reached out to me and essentially asked me, what are my opinions on it? A lot of people are scared, understandably so, I get it. So let me talk about this a little bit, what it means for the future of YouTube Shorts, because it could potentially be a huge update. So what I'm talking about is this new policy update that YouTube added for their partner program. It's not this top one right here. That's just talking about essentially removing some other things. But what we're really looking at here is this paragraph right here. So I'm going to just read the whole thing fully and then I'll talk about it, right? Kind of give my opinion. July 2025, updates to YouTube Partner Program, monetization policies. In order to monetize as part of the YouTube Partner Program, YouTube has always required creators to upload original and authentic content. On July 15th of 2025, YouTube is updating our guidelines to better identify mass-produced and repetitious content. This update better reflects what inauthentic content looks like today. So a lot of people are really panicking about this, especially when it says you need to upload original and authentic content, right? As you guys know, most of the people who watch this channel are making faceless YouTube Shorts content, and a lot of people are worried that everybody's gonna get demonetized. It's gonna be like an apocalypse. We are all screwed. And I think first off, what I need to say is everybody just needs to calm down, okay? They released this today or maybe yesterday on July 1st. It goes into effect in about 2 weeks, and the wording here is so vague, right? So now's not the time to panic. Keep doing your thing, keep grinding. There are going to be hurdles in your journey with anything. A lot of people are instantly doomers about this stuff and are like, oh, okay, I'm done, I'm quitting. It's like, no, dude, you got to learn how to roll with the punches. You got to learn how to adapt. When successful people face a challenge, they don't just roll over and accept defeat, bro. You got to be willing to adapt. If you're not willing to adapt, then you'll never be successful in anything, because things don't just stay stagnant all the time. Things change all the time, right? You're uploading on a social media platform. They change their rules sometimes. So let's answer the question, are we cooked? So as a lot of you guys might know, I do commentary shorts. A lot of you guys might be doing ranking shorts or clipping shorts. I do think this could potentially be an issue for some people, right? And those people who I think it could be an issue for, like YouTube says, are people who are mass producing repetitious content, right? So what does that mean? So in YouTube's guidelines, they go on to talk about essentially how they don't like similar repetitive content or mindless content with low educational value, commentary, or narratives, as well as this section right here where they explicitly say they don't want mass produced or content using the same template across multiple videos. So when you take a channel like FitFix, I know I've talked about this guy a lot. This guy edits new videos, he adds his captions, his voiceover, music, etc. I really don't think that this type of content is what YouTube is trying to crack down on, right? And it's for a few reasons. Number one, like YouTube has said themselves, YouTube has always required creators to upload original and authentic content, which means they have always been enforcing a certain standard in their policy in which to be monetized or to get monetized, you have to meet this certain expectation of original and authentic content. So if you are monetized, that means you have already reached that threshold of original and authentic content to YouTube, at least in the past, right? The question is, are they changing what is deemed as original and authentic content? So as of right now, they're just stating that, they're trying to better identify mass-produced and repetitious content. I hate to be that guy, but here's an example of a channel that uses templates for their shorts, which is the ranking niche, right? Every single short that people do in ranking has the exact same template. You have the text at the top as well as 5 or 6 numbers, and then you just plug in the clips. It's plug and play, right? Every single short. Not that one, I think that was an ad, but every single short, right? But here's the thing, ranking channels were already kind of on the out. And you guys would know this if you've been following me for a while or if you watched this video. Ranking channels are 50-50 anyways, most people get demonetized with them. There's not really a template for commentary videos. And again, I'm just using this guy's channel because it's a good example of commentary videos. Every video is different and has a unique storyline. It's a unique clip, right? And when you look at some of YouTube's own words, you can see that an example of something that is allowed to be monetized, similar content where each video talks specifically about the qualities of the subject you're featuring. For example, what's going on here, right? Whereas what they're really trying to crack down on is repetitive content like the ranking niche, or potentially AI videos like the VEO3 videos that are coming out a lot, or just all these different AI videos that people make that has low educational value, low commentary, and no narrative. These are things that can be mass produced or have the exact same template across the entire channel. Commentary commentary is something that has always been allowed on YouTube. That is, fair use. Commentary, criticism. That's the reason why long form commentary channels exist, why they're a thing. Also why short form commentary channels exist. That's just the way it is. YouTube has always been a platform where you can comment over other people's videos, right? So as long as you're taking that content and you're actually transforming it to a substantial degree, then I don't think that anybody will have this problem, right? Again, so the people who should be worried are the people who are mass producing repetitious content, like YouTube says. Now, obviously, like I said, this is pretty vague. It's pretty annoying that YouTube did this, right? Now, in complete transparency, I'm not omnipotent. I'm not God, okay? I can't tell you what YouTube is going to do, especially because they'll probably have to come out in a few days, or maybe on July 15th when this rule change actually gets implemented, and lay out more of what they mean, because right now it's incredibly unspecific. So we'll see what they end up doing or saying, and if they make any updates, hey, I'll be here, I'll make a video about it. Now let's talk about the second reason why this is probably not going to result in this mass apocalypse of every single faceless YouTube Shorts channel, and that's because simply YouTube is a company, okay? Again, taking FitFix, this guy has generated 9 billion views for YouTube, okay? Do you guys have any idea how much ad revenue YouTube has made off this guy? Do you guys know how much money companies will pay, huge corporations will pay to be in front of 9 billion views on YouTube? If they nuked people like this, if they just demonetized everybody who did this, right? Because this is just one guy, right? Like think about this guy, one of the OGs of YouTube Shorts, Dylan Anderson, and he's just doing commentary shorts as well, right? Faceless. This guy has gotten 34 billion views for YouTube and for the companies that pour ad revenue into it. And even moreover, YouTube is trying to compete with TikTok. If they did this, there would be a mass exodus of talent and skill, people who know how to go viral straight to TikTok, which is what YouTube has been fighting this whole entire time. That's why Shorts is here in the first place on YouTube, to be honest, right? YouTube used to be a place of long form videos. When TikTok came out with the short form content, YouTube went, oh my God, we don't want to lose all of our viewers to short form content. So let's have a place on the website where people can share short form content. That's the beauty of YouTube. That's what they set out to do. So for them to just go out, demonetize all these guys, right? We're talking about they would be demonetizing people like Dylan Anderson, FitFix, Gain Sanity. They would have to demonetize all these guys because they're just doing faceless commentary over clips they find on the internet. Do you think that any of these people are going to continue to post on YouTube if they're making zero money from it? And that's pretty much the main reason why I believe that a lot of this panic that you guys are having is overblown, right? YouTube is a corporation. They're going to go where the money goes. It would tremendously damage their bottom line if they sat there and deleted all these channels. Now, again, one more time, if you're monetized in the ranking niche, I don't know if anybody is anymore. You got to figure something out, bro, because YouTube is continuously cracking down more and more on videos that are just repeated templates, okay? Even if the videos, the top 5 videos inside of the videos are different, right? Clipping channels are another one. I'm not sure about their future, but you might want to look into transforming it some other way. If you're using a template, that might be rough. Reddit videos, for example. If you're using a template, that might be rough. I don't know. I'm not God, okay? But these are things that you should be thinking about. Now, let's talk about something real quick, equally as important, which is what if the worst case scenario happens? YouTube says a big F you, sticks the middle finger out to all faceless YouTube Shorts creators, demonetizes all of us on July 15th, or deems most of our content as unmonetizable, and we lose all of our income from YouTube. What do we do then? Do we just give up? No. If you're panicking and you're willing to just drop everything and give up, then you are probably never going to make it anyways, because at the first sign of adversity, you tuck your tail and run. And I've always been one of these people, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Look, if I get demonetized, that's going to sting. That is 100% of my income right now. If I get demonetized, that's going to kill me inside. Like, I'm not going to lie. At the same time, that doesn't mean I'm just going to give up. For me, that's a sign that I need to double down. What I'm doing isn't working. I got to adjust the strategy here. That means that I either got to transform the content more or potentially do something like add my own face to make it more of a reaction video, right? I wouldn't love to do that. Let me show you guys FitFix though. At one point, he did go and add his face. A lot of you guys don't know that, right? All these videos, right? They are just completely faceless commentary shorts. At one point, this dude did go through, oh my God, where is it? And he added his own face for a few of the videos. I don't know why he did it. I don't know if this was because he was facing some sort of monetization issues or he just wanted to try out a new form of content. I would just do something like this. That's what I would have to do. Add your face at the bottom third of the video or potentially in like a bubble, like a circle bubble, and have you talking over the clip. And that's what I would do. That's my plan, okay? If things go to hell and all of us get demonetized, I'm just gonna keep grinding until I figure out a way around it. That's what you gotta do. Look, especially if you have put tons of time into something, like my channels, I've put countless hours. I put years into my channels, okay? Maybe some of you guys guys just want to give up, if that happens to me, I'm going to sit there and say, all right, bet, challenge accepted. 99% of the time, there is a way to adjust your strategy and get around any challenge that life throws at you. So look, do I think we're all doomed? No. Some people who do mass-produced AI ranking, like any channel that does a bunch of stuff with templates, that might be more of an issue. You might have to add some commentary. You might have to add some criticism. But oftentimes, a lot of these channels, to be honest with you guys, weren't even monetized in the first place with YouTube AdSense. But again, a lot of this is just speculation right now. I'm going off the same information that you guys are going off of. I'm just trying to use my brain to deduce what YouTube actually means. But so many people in my Discord and even in my comments when this news dropped, they're like over here dooming and panicking. Look, there's gonna be hurdles in life. This is character development. Think about it like that if you have to. If you guys like my voice and want to use it in your videos, go check out the link in the description. It's my voice on 11labs. You can use it. If you guys want to get a YouTube Shorts music deal, check out my latest video. It goes into detail about how I'm getting like 8-cent RPMs just for adding background music to one of my channels. And the link for that is in the description as well. I'm here for you guys. I want the community to all band together. We're all gonna get through this as long as you have the dedication and drive. This community's here for you. If you want to be part of the community, join the Discord. And I hope this video kind of alleviates some of you guys' concerns, because a lot of you guys are just panicking and dooming, and there's really no need for that yet. Calm down. We'll see what happens on July 15th. And if the worst happens, then we're gonna pivot and we're still gonna be successful. That's the mindset you have to have if you want to actually make it in life. Hope this video helps some of you guys out, and peace out.